Do you love those epic fight scenes in blockbuster movies that leave you on the edge of your seat? Have you ever wondered how those jaw-dropping sequences are made? From flying superheroes to lightsaber duels, the magic of visual effects transforms normal filming into extraordinary cinematic experiences. In this behind-the-scenes look, we'll reveal the secrets behind some of the most famous fight scenes in movies. You'll see how green screens, CGI, and clever camera work are used to create movie magic. We'll break down iconic brawls from films like The Matrix, Avengers, Star Wars, and more, comparing the raw footage with the final edited scenes. By the end, you'll have an insider's view of how fight choreography and digital effects help directors turn ambitious concepts into iconic cinematic moments we love. So get ready for an eye-opening look at the making of your favorite movie fights. The before and after comparisons will amaze you and give you a new appreciation for the incredible work that goes on behind the Hollywood curtain. Let's dive in. Number 1. The Matrix Lobby Shootout. The lobby shootout in the original Matrix film featured Trinity, Neo, and Agent Brown caught in a bullet-time gunfight. In the final cut, audiences saw the characters frozen mid-air, twisting to dodge bullets flying in slow motion. But how did they film such an impossible-looking scene back in 1999? They didn't. The raw footage shows Trinity rigged to a harness, spinning while firing guns with popped squibs. Most of the background was added later via CGI. By combining special camera rigs, wire work, computer-generated effects, and skillful editing, the Wachowskis crafted a revolutionary action sequence that dropped jaws. The result was a scene that seemed to bend reality, introducing movie fans to the possibilities of bullet time. Number 2. Yoda vs. Count Dooku in Star Wars. Attack of the Clones, part of the fun of the Star Wars prequels, was finally seeing Jedi Master Yoda in a serious lightsaber duel. But in real life, the tiny puppet Yoda was in no condition to be spinning through the air wielding a glowing blade. The raw footage shows a realistic Yoda puppet carefully manipulated and moved slowly on set. It took the magic of CGI to bring Yoda to life, replacing the puppet with a digital double capable of complex acrobatic movements. They nailed his trademark leaps and saber skills while still retaining the physical realism of the puppet through motion capture technology. This epic duel marked a breakthrough in blending live action with CGI characters. Number 3. Captain America vs. Winter Soldier. The intense fight between Cap and his brainwashed friend Bucky in Captain America. The Winter Soldier showcased intense hand-to-hand combat on a city bridge. But the unedited shots reveal very little actual pummeling between the actors. Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan were attached to wires, allowing them to leap and crash hard onto stunt mats. Tight shots helped disguise the limited staging space. VFX artists then seamlessly extended the background setting and added in fiery explosion effects. Through clever camera work, wire gags, and CGI enhancements, directors Joe and Anthony Russo achieved a gritty, bone-crunching brawl between super soldiers that kept us riveted. Number 4. Final battle in Avengers: Endgame. The epic climax of Avengers, Endgame, featured an army of Marvel heroes working together against the villainous forces of Thanos. While such a massive battle could never be produced as is, the Infinity War Endgame team went to great lengths to capture realistic plates for each sequence. Actors were filmed individually or in pairs performing fight moves, which were later composited into a dense CGI battlefield. So while Iron Man, Thor, and Cap seemed to be fighting side by side, in reality the shots were carefully assembled from disparate elements. The results were seamless, delivering a superhero clash for the ages that tied up over 20 films worth of storylines. Watching the layers of visual effects unfold gives us an appreciation for the scale and complexity involved. Number 5. Drunken bar fight in Raiders of the Lost Ark. In Indiana Jones's first big action set piece, he finds himself in a chaotic barroom brawl in Nepal. The scene brilliantly conveys a sense of claustrophobic mayhem, with Indiana using his whip and fists to fend off dozens of angry assailants. Reviewing the raw footage, we can see how Steven Spielberg created controlled chaos on set. With no CGI available in 1981, all the shots are practical stunt work and tight framing. The scene involved firing guns loaded with blanks, breakaway furniture, and crew members dressed as extras for Indiana to toss around. Watching the frantic progression of unedited shots reveals the intricate on-set choreography required to credibly build such a dirty, gritty fight right in camera. Number 6. Rey and Amp Kylo vs. Praetorian Guards in The Last Jedi. The throne room fight in The Last Jedi features Rey and Kylo Ren battling the evil Praetorian Guards in an elegant and violent sequence set against a red backdrop. But the raw footage lacks all that vibrant color. The guards were filmed wearing black outfits and fighting against a grey set, since the red walls were added digitally in post. By shooting scenes flatly and enhancing them later with bold color grades, the filmmakers gained total creative control in the look and mood of each shot. Extensive wirework helped the actors jump and spin gracefully as they dueled with glowing weapons created later through visual effects. This scene demonstrated how even for straightforward melee battles, CGI techniques can heighten drama and immerse viewers in fantasy worlds. Number 7. Club Shootout in John Wick. Keanu Reeves brought an intense, hard-hitting style to the action thriller John Wick. The club shootout sees Wick ruthlessly dispatching multiple assassins in a sequence notable for its realism and continuous tracking shots. Reviewing the unedited footage shows how they pulled off such an ambitious scene. The camera glides through different sets, following Keanu as he rapidly fires guns loaded with blanks and takes down foes. You can see the squibs bursting and stuntmen dramatically reacting to hits. With everything filmed in fluid long takes and minimal effects, the visceral action achieved a gritty authenticity perfectly suited to the criminal underworld. Number 8. Hallway Fight in Inception. Inception featured some mind-bending dream landscapes, but one of its standout sequences was a rotating hotel hallway fight, exploiting practical wire gags. Watching the raw shots, we see Ellen Page and Joseph Gordon-Levitt connected to rotating rigs designed to twist and spin their bodies around the corridor set. By keeping the combat grounded with real stunt work before enhancing it digitally, the filmmakers maintained a sense of weight and peril to the action scenes. When Christopher Nolan can film a fight like this for real and fold the cityscape environment around it later, the result is action scenes with a sense of tangible reality no amount of CGI can fabricate alone. Number 9. Battle of Scarif in Rogue. Rogue One's climactic Battle of Scarif pitted rebel forces against an overwhelming Imperial army, realized through a mix of digital effects and expansive practical sets. One behind-the-scenes look revealed how a real WW-TIE-era seaplane was dressed up with CG enhancements to create some of the film's massive starships. Even more impressively, a full-sized landing pad set was built and flooded with extras reacting to the battle unfolding above and around them. This provided solid anchors of practical reality for the artist to build on top of with starfighters, explosions, and blaster bolts. Blending real vehicles, costumes, props, and environments with digital extras and finishing effects resulted in battle scenes with unmatched authenticity and scale. Number 10. Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock train fight. In Spider-Man 2, long before the MCU, Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire brought Spider-Man to thrilling life in Spider-Man 2. Their iconic train fight pitted Spidey against Alfred Molina's multi-armed Dr. Octopus in a kinetic battle atop a speeding train. The raw behind-the-scenes footage is a marvel, revealing how they filmed such improbable action through old-school practical effects. Physical train cars were built on large gimbals to simulate the motion, with Spidey and Doc Ock rigged on wires for maximum mobility, while rescuers were added in post. Even without today's CGI, Raimi captured all the vertiginous excitement of a comic book clash, creating camera moves impossible to achieve for real. The result set an exhilarating standard for integrating physical and digital techniques that blockbusters still aspire to today. So there you have it. Some of the greatest fight scenes in movie history revealed in their raw, unrefined forms. Comparing the mundane reality of initial filming against the finished cinematic fantasies shows why visual effects are such a vital key to seamless movie magic. The craft and skill of integrating practical stunt work with digital enhancements creates the perfect illusion. We can suspend disbelief to delve into impossibly cool worlds where Jedi, super soldiers, and wizards can do battle. Understanding the tremendous planning, creativity, and technological innovation that brings these epic fight scenes to life gives us a greater appreciation for the cinematic experiences we enjoy. The extraordinary amount of unseen work behind 2 dramatic minutes of a fight sequence is astonishing. We all have our favorite big screen clashes that left our jaws on the floor and our pulses racing. Now you can truly appreciate the army of artists and filmmakers whose groundbreaking vision elevated those raw scenes into all-time movie moments.